They should have never called yard out. I'm about to clear yard out. We can take it to the ball court. I'ma show you how to ball out. And you should be afraid when they open my cage and they still let that dog out. I understand he was brave, but today was the day that I'm ripping his heart out. And I ain't never took a liking to niggas writing words that sound like fighting, cause I'm the type to watch them all get hyping, cause I'm a Viking striking twice like lightning. So enticing, writes and hooks like Tyson. No biting, ride out with no license, no lights. It's so dark but so bright that this bright you call skate but no icing. And I'll be the one nigga that they can't stand. Did 7 years on a handstand, cause I got caught with the blam blam. And I had a kick like Van Damme. I don't care about your man, fam. I body you when you're bad, fam. Laugh in your face like nah nah, and pull off like nah nah. Nigga ready for the breakdown, cause I'm ready for a breakdown. So you better have my kick now, or get shot in your face with a straight pound. 7 Mac 11 loaded weapon when I'm stepping. If a nigga disrespect, I hit him with the Smith and Wesson. When I hit him in the chest, he gon' die. And they looking at me like, why? You had to ride that nigga. He never bothered nobody, my nigga. He wasn't trapping, he was just rapping, doing that shit for a hobby, my nigga. Homie was frontin' like it wasn't nothing. To go spend 100 with Poppy, my nigga. Bitches, they love it cause my shit was flooded like it was hit by a tsunami, my nigga. Yeah. My pockets is fatter than yours. My bitches is better than yours. I keep all the bunnies around me. That's what all these carrots is for. So why would I kill you, my nigga? That's what all these savages for. They run up on you at the light. Bullets go right through your passenger door. Losing his lesson cause homie was flexing like he was the only one holding the weapon, like he couldn't get it. Who was you kidding? I thought you niggas would have been learned your lesson. You know who you messing with? I am the son of the sister of facts. So don't get it twisted, my nigga. Facts is the nigga that play with them. I just be stating the facts. The shit that I see in my raps. Niggas, they know I'm the shit. They never get tired of taking my crap. And I mean you no disrespect. Why? So why would you take it like that? Why? Bitches be all on my dick. They stay with their face in my lap. I'm feeling like half in the 60s. I feel like I'm repping 260. My words are so heavy, I step in Giuseppe. The bodyguard better not frisk me. The bitches is getting too frisky. Two sisters, they told me they missed me. Well, open the door. What is you waiting for? That's Melissa and Misty. I came from the bottom, but that's not the...
Man, welcome to another edition of the Flawda Swampcast. Be it brought to you by CO Management, DV Tracksuits. Shout out to the mighty LDBC, man. Been an interesting week, man. An interesting night of fights last night, man. Salute the Skywalker line, Mr. Shelton, Jose Diaz, Ubuntu, EB Sweatlock, man. Apple and LD's in the building with me, man. What's going on, bro?
Hey, what up, fam? Give me like 3 minutes. I'll be back.
All right, man. Well, I guess we'll give him about 3 minutes, man. You know what I'm saying? You know how that go, man. You know he can't, you know what I'm saying? He ain't gonna never be ready on time, on the top of the hour type of shit. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, Mr. Shelton, we crushed the legend. What's good with you, man? Yeah, we changed the date of the Flawda Swampcast. We did do that. We changed it to Sundays at 10 in the morning because we felt that by Thursday, all the fights would have been already, so far past that, yeah, it's really was kind of like pointless to talk about them. Whereas when we do them Sunday morning, well, at least we got a fresh still in our memory and shit like that, man. And we're able to, give our perspective, man, on a timely manner and a timely fashion, man. I will take this time, though, since I got 3 minutes, man. I'm going to let y'all know that Monday nights, and that's strictly up to y'all. If y'all want to pass through, I do live stream my Monday night golf games that I play online with my buddies and shit like that, man. I decided to do that just so I can pass a little time. And since I already do that on Monday night, I figured I'd go ahead and stream it as well, man. I know golf ain't for everybody and all that shit. It is an online game, but for those of y'all that want to come through, man, smash the like button, man, and, say hi and bye. That will be greatly appreciated as well, man. But I am going to be doing that Monday nights, man, just because, why not? Now, shit, it's my channel. It's a sports channel. Golf is a sport. So, we play online and have a little fun and shit. Yeah, that's what we do on Monday nights, man. Apple and LD was good. I like the background, bro. I like that background.
Appreciate it. You hear me? I appreciate it. I just got to handle something for the wife and shit real quick and the babies. So, yeah. What's going on, though?
Oh, man, I can't call it, man. Hey, man, Mr. Shelton want to know why we changed it to Sundays at 10, bro.
Tell him mine is business.
Straight like that?
Yeah, nah, Hey man, it's better to be on the front end of giving our takes than being on the back end. So yeah, that's the main reason. Thursday's cool, but on Thursday we're always at the back end of everything. So I just feel like it's better to. Plus, I mean, shit, we got things doing going on during the week. Like he's busy, I'm busy. This is just more of a better day. I feel.
Did you watch any of the fights last night?
I was only tuned in to the Amanda shit. I didn't give a fuck about the other shit. So yeah, I watched those fights. You know, the event was in Puerto Rico, so that's where I was supporting over there.
Yeah. That's I was over there as well, man. First of all, man, let me go ahead and start out with this fight, man. What the fuck? This Juana Walton? Juana Walton? He
Oh, the
fought
17-year-old.
he fought an 0-1 guy, Joshua Torres, right?
Mm-hmm.
This Juana Walton's supposed to be who?
I don't know, man. Somebody that they're building up, obviously. So
Bro, I mean, I heard so much shit about this kid, and then when I finally watch him, I'm like, what the fuck is this? This man ain't gonna be no superstar. This man ain't gonna win no titles. This man just fought to a draw with an 0-1 guy. and clearly to me, I believe he even lost the goddamn fight, but they weren't gonna let Juana Walton take a loss. Well, let's make it a draw. You know what I'm saying? That shit is that's not gonna work too long for him, bro. What was your take on him? And did you see him fight?
yes, I watched the fight, and even the wife was like, "Man, what is this 32-year-old dude doing in there with this 17-year-old?" And I'm like, "Well, the situation is really built for the 17-year-old to win." And the young buck, he froze up. But what I do like about it, though, at the end, he took accountability. But man, those Puerto Ricans are ruthless. They're ruthless, dog. They're booing the hell out of him, and then he had to like pretty much remind him, like, "Hey, I'm 17." He had to remind him. He's like, "I'm 17. I'm just getting started." But I really love that the young buck took accountability.
Shelton, I believe he hit your end of it, man. So he said
Shelton.
he's the first one.
Shout out Shelton. That's my second super chat ever. He said, "Hopefully, I'm the first one." Yeah, Thomas beat you to it, famo, but it's all love. It's all good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. I mean, they should have booed the hell out of here, man. Now let me tell you something, man. When a man got to go up there and say, "You got to remember, I'm only 17," right? Then your motherfucking ass should have turned pro.
Bruh, he was feeling that heat. That's why, because the Puerto Ricans were ruthless.
If this is my thing, though, man, if you gonna turn pro, you got to know that come with it. You can't then turn around and say, "You got to remember, I'm only 17." You know, that's like Keyshawn Davis saying, "I only got this many fights." Bro, then shut your mouth.
Right, I agree.
You know, so if you're only 17, then maybe you should have fought a few more amateur fights. Maybe you should have waited till you was 18. Like, what are we doing? You can't use that to lean on it now. You were pro.
Did you see his face? He looked like he was about to cry. I think he was about to cry.
And that right there was another red flag for me, because that lets me know he is not strong at the heart, bro. You know, and I'm not saying men can't cry, they can, but that kind of situation, that wasn't one that merited that kind of reaction. So that lets me know he's a little soft in the inside, bro. Because man, when you out here fighting, bro, you out here fighting, bro. I mean, shit, bro. I don't know, bro. I don't know what to say about that, man. That's crazy to me, man.
It's almost expected because he is still 17, and remember he was raised in a social media age. They're just so much different than even the 90s babies, and definitely the 80s babies. They're just they're just so sensitive, and a lot of these parents, they coddle their kids these days. And hey, man, but like I said, I love that the young buck, he took accountability. He said, "Hey, I didn't stick to my game plan," because like I said, he was in there to really beat this dude. He was supposed to beat Torres, but he froze up under the lights. Man, shout out to them Puerto Ricans though, man. Man, I swear that crowd was cracking. I would have loved to be at this event. I would have loved to be at that event, but man, they was having a great time in that bitch.
Salute to Stormy B, man, the sensei and the super chat. Salute and support for the collection plate. Much love, much appreciation, Stormy, man. Damn, I really wanted to get Stormy's take on this Wanna Walton wannabe. Wanna Walton, he wanna be a pro fighter, but he ain't gonna be great. I hate to break the bad news to all these folks that was hyping this Wanna Walton up, because this guy is not going to be all that and a bag of chips, and he's definitely gonna be missing the dip. You feel me, man? Like, no, I just don't see it, man. And listen, man, I'm gonna get to another fight, man. That Geo James Khalil, salute to you, man. Let me say something, man. Like, man, I this hurts me to say this. It hurts, but I can't lie. Okay, I'm not a liar, and I can't be a liar. Christopher Pitufo Diaz, that's my homeboy. Love him to death. Cool cat. But bro, was that grandpa he was fighting? Like, I'm sorry, bro. Where did they get this guy from? He looked like what's that dude that fought Rolly and got what's his name? I can't remember.
I forgot his name too. It just slipped my mind, but
Barroso's, man. Is that Barroso's cousin or brother or where did he get this guy from?
Yeah, it gotta be his cousin or something, but this is the game now. Hey.
Now I understand that the guy only had one loss, and he built his record, so maybe he was deserving of it, but I couldn't tell, man. When they got in the ring, man, look, Pitufo Diaz is a great fighter, man. Okay, he's a good fighter. Okay, so I was happy to see him get back, and get back on the winning column, get his feet wet again, and push forward, man, because maybe there's some bigger things to come for him. I just didn't think it was a good look, man, whoever the matchmaker was, to put this opponent up against him that didn't even give him no resistance, man. Like, was that for some kind of interim title or something, man? I just felt it could have been a better matchmaking going on for that than what they brung in, man. Now, I don't know the ins and outs and all the situation of what all they tried to get and who they tried to get, and maybe some fights just fell through, and that was maybe the last option to submodeling, because I know those kind of things happen. Mm-hmm. But man, if that is what happened, you got to make people aware of that. Like, yo, hey, we try to get this, we try to get that. This was the last resort. This is why we got this fight. That way people could understand why this motherfucker was in there with him, Stormy, man. What'd you think of that, though?
This is the business. This is what they do. It was a setup. It looked like a setup. That's what it looked like to me. So I was like, dang, okay. It is what it is, man.
Okay. But I want to know what your reaction was when you saw this opponent that Pitufo had. I mean, what was your reaction when you seen him, bro?
I laughed. That's my first reaction to usually everything. I just laughed. I was like, wow, okay. And that's what I said. I was like, okay, set up.
Set up. Yeah. That just look, I had to even tweet it, man, and I hated to tweet it, but I'm like, bro, I can't lie to the people, bro. Like, that's my boy, that's my man, 50 grand, all that is good and dandy, but wow, I'm just unbelievable how they do this matchmaking. It's unbelievable to me how they get away with shit like this and sell it to the public, bro. I'm like, it's just not a good look, and it's probably not his fault because he's a fighter. He doesn't do the matchmaking or any of that. All his job to do is to train, and he'll fight whoever they put in front of him. So I'm not putting that on him. Like I said, that's my homeboy. But if I was him, I would have even felt bad about it. Geo James was good. Tay Thunder, TD Sports Talk.
You see, Frontline crazy somebody. Frontline is wild as hell.
The Jamaican was picked up at the dispensary, gave him $100 and a bag of weed. God damn, Frontline. Jeez.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
smash the like button. Like Chocolate Thunder said, smash that like button, man.
What up,
Yeah,
Tay?
I'm not gonna sit on that fight too long or nothing like that, man. It was what it was. He looked spectacular, but then again, he should have, That's the one thing I will say, man, that you did what you were supposed to do with somebody like that.
Mm.
You ain't mess around and keep him around and let him get confidence, let him hang around or any of that. When you get mismatched like that, that is exactly what you're supposed to do. Get him the fuck out of there and
Yep.
go home.
ASAP.
So I'm glad that was the one positive I'm going to look at it, man. And the other positive was that he got to get back in the ring and, get back on the win column. And hopefully I'm not going to crucify him, like that, because maybe that's a setup to a big fight on his next fight out. So that may be a possibility. So, and if that unfolds like that, then I'm going to be like, all right, I'm okay with it. You had to do that to then, get to the next fight and shit like that. So nothing wrong with that. I just, they should have shaved his beard or something so they wouldn't have saw all the gray hairs and shit. Like they'd have did that, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey man, shave that shit, please, so people don't see how old you is.
Made him look a little younger. Shit.
Yeah, just a little bit younger, man. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying, man. You could have did, man. Come on, man. Listen, man, my boy, this is another one of my homeboys, man. Elijah Two-Tech Flores faced Alejandro Monera, man. Looked spectacular. They're building him good because honestly, he's just a young kid, man. I remember when we was at Orlando and he fought and he was like, I think he was 18 and fought a 20-something-year-old dude, man, that was a weight class above him, man. And he struggled in that fight, but he still pushed through and won that fight. And that right there let me know that, hey, this dude could do something, man. So they matched him up a little bit. Wasn't like the greatest matchup, but you got to understand that they did this at a catch weight, so he was fighting somebody a little bit bigger than him as far as weight. So with that in mind, man, I think Elijah Flores looked great. I like the way he was feinting, from the beginning. I like the way he was utilizing his jab from the beginning. I love the fact that he did go to the body. I love the fact that he changed levels. I love the fact that he changed his punch output. He changed, like he wasn't repetitive with anything like that, man. And those are things that I could see clearly that they were working on in the gym. And it was refreshing to see a young man like him go into the ring and actually execute the stuff that he was working on in the gym. He did stop his opponent. He doesn't have many knockouts. He only had 2 knockouts going into that fight, but I like this new look for Elijah Flores, man. It seems that his technique is improving and his punch placement is improving. And that's also, with the technique improving, is also generating a little bit more pop on his punches, which is why I believe that this is one of those things that is helping him out, man. Is Elijah Flores more of a pure boxer, or does he have enough power to where people respect it and he doesn't get walked down by guys who come forward who don't respect his power? I think he's got a combination of both because he originally is a boxer, but he will mix it up. Like I've watched him fight from his first fight on, and he will mix it up. He'll go to war with you, man, and he could take one too. Which this is why I'm high on him, because even though he's not completely polished all the way yet, he's still a prospect. He could take a shot. So, he'll take one and he's going to come right back at your ass, And those are very important things to have, because as the competition starts stepping up, you're going to get caught with shots, man. And how are you going to react to him when you do get? Now, I know how he's going to react already. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm not going to say he's definitely not a one-punch KO person. He's one of those that'll break you down. And there's nothing wrong with that, man. This is boxing. Frontline said, Kano, you think Pituffo's ready for Roach? Yeah, you might as well put him in there. Like, at this stage of Pituffo's career, there's no need to be holding back. Whether he's ready or not, I think it's time to just release him. Go ahead and do it. Go ahead. Let the dice roll. You win, you win. If you lose, you lose. Like, there's no need to sit on the bench at this stage of your career. You
Right.
fought some great fighters in your time. You know, you came up short on a couple occasions, and might as well roll the dice, man. D Free, I see you in the building. Main Event Mark, I see you in the building, man. Damn, what was that? What'd you think of Elijah Flores, man?
Fam, I didn't see that fight, so
Mm.
I didn't see that fight.
I actually interviewed Elijah Flores on my channel. I don't remember. No, I don't think it was with you. I think it was with Coach Nelson.
Yep, it's Coach. Now I watched it.
Yeah. It was with Coach Nelson. Man, I be forgetting, man. I done did so much and shit that I don't remember who was on the panel with me or any of that shit no more. Don't say I'm old, okay?
Nah, never. I don't know, man. You be eating that liver's worse, so maybe.
Ain't none of that going on, bro.
Oh shit.
None of that going on with me at all, man. Did you watch the Jonathan Gonzalez and Renee Santiago fight?
Yes, I did. I thought it was closer. I thought Santiago. I actually thought he edged it, in my opinion. I was kind of shocked with the, but whatever, man. Yeah, I thought Santiago won that fight, in my opinion. But shout out to Jonathan.
Tampa, Fort Myers, Tampa, man. I'm going to tell you the Valle brothers, man. Dominique Valle. I can't remember his brother's name, man. It's Dominique Valle and Marquez Valle. Those two are out of Tampa, Florida, man. Those would be two to watch out for, man. I like everything they're doing. Like I said, I don't know where they're going to end up in their career, but as far as the present time, I really, really like what they're doing. And yes, Rojai, you're right. Boca Chica was about to beat Norman. Cut saved him. Yes. Yes, I think he even floored Norman, man. The cut, they had to stop the fight because of the cut in the third round, so it went to a no contest and shit, man. That's kind of fucked up, man.
But yeah, Jonathan was doing a lot of holding, and then at the end of the fight, he was complaining. It was crazy. Like, okay.
All right, man.
How'd you feel about it?
Jonathan Gonzalez and Renee Santiago.
Yeah.
I could see the fight. I could see the fight going 7-5 either way.
Okay.
7-5 either way, man. Although I have to agree with you, man. If it was me that was judging it, I think I would have gave the edge to Renee Santiago, man.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, I hate to say that too, because Jonathan is one of my homies too, but I can't lie, Opulent. Like, bro, you came in, you was looking good in the first half and shit like that, but Renee was giving you resistance that first half, and it seemed kind of like Renee Santiago got into a better rhythm.
That's how I feel.
And started taking over the second half. And what I was disappointed in with Jonathan Gonzalez is that he's the more experienced fighter, right?
Mm-hmm.
I ain't skipping front line. I'm gonna run back to it. What disappointed me is that he's such a more experienced fighter with more fights that I had expected him to make the adjustments during that fight, and I saw no adjustments. Rene Santiago doesn't have that many fights, 14, 15 fights, bro. And he was the one that made the adjustment.
Mm-hmm.
And that really, that spoke volumes to me, because I'm like, man, Rene Santiago is probably going to be a champion soon. That's how I feel about it. Because Jonathan Gonzalez is not no scrub. He's if you've watched him and his other fights and how he won the title and all that, that man can fight up. And for Renee to have him the way he had him, oh yeah, Renee gonna do something soon. That's my thoughts on that.
Yeah, so Santiago, he started pulling off, I feel, the second half of the fight. I think he separated himself to get the win. Could have been a nice split decision. But yeah, I was kind of shocked at the results.
Yeah, but I mean, like I said, 7-5 either way because when you're watching it in live time and shit like that, I'll watch the fight again and get a better grasp of it, man. But at the initial time that the fight ended, I said, man, this could either be a draw or Santiago might have edged it. It's how I felt at the end of that fight.
Mm.
I actually felt like they were gonna call it a draw. It's what I felt they were gonna do.
Mm.
Because the way I felt, I was like, I think Santiago edged it, but they're fighting, and they're both Puerto Rican, but Jonathan Gonzalez was the main guy in that fight. So I figured they're not gonna give Renee the decision, maybe a draw.
Right. That
And I
makes
believe
sense.
that the right call would have been a draw, so they could have ran it back.
Mm.
So, but shout out to both of them, man. They went in there and showed out. It wasn't like Jonathan wasn't fighting; he was fighting.
Yeah, he's fighting.
He just didn't make the adjustments and shit like that, man. And it's kind of crazy, man. And okay, one of the signed fighters that Amanda Serrano has, Crystal Rosado, fought right only in his third fight. Was fighting a 5-0 Gloria Munguia. If you watch the fight, man, let me know what you think of it.
I feel Munguia won that fight, man. Like, I think she did enough. Like, the last 2 rounds, I think she did enough to win. I feel she edged that as well. Shout out to Rosado. She did well the first round, but to me, she started slowing down that second round. Then for me, that's when Munguia started. I think she did enough to win that fight. But
You think who did enough to win?
Munguia, I think she did. I think she did
Really?
enough to win it. Yeah, for me, she did. Yeah. Those last 2 rounds, she was putting in work. So
Interesting.
to me, yeah. But what's your call on it?
I had Rosado winning this easily, bro.
Really? Oh shit.
Yes.
Mm.
But I am watching this fight with a different pair of glasses, Opplin. I was looking who looked like they were a professional in there.
She did.
Rosado.
Yeah, she did. Rosado.
Who was throwing the sharper punches in that fight? It was Rosado.
Rosado, she was.
I mean, everything she did, you could see was professionally done. She had technique and she had, yes, Munguia did good in that fight, but Rosado, for me, clearly won that fight, man, and she showcased the skill level that she has. It was an ugly fight? Yes, Opplin. It was an ugly fight, man, but if you get a chance to watch that fight again, just look at how sharp Rosado was throwing her punches, man.
I feel like Rosado. Go ahead.
The hooks to the body, the jab that was, even when Munguia looked like she was hitting Rosado, that jab was pushing Munguia back, man. Like, I was watching these things, and I was like, okay, she didn't really land that, man. Rosado just popped her back with that jab, but it looked crazy, and it looked like she got hit, and she didn't.
I feel like Rosado, like, she won the boxing match. I just feel like Munguia won the fight. Like, she definitely won the fight to me. So, but yeah, Rosado was connecting, and you know how it be in slow-mo. Well, the punches come so fast. If you slow them down, nobody's really hitting anything. Kind of like another situation that we'll get to. But
then it was 3-minute rounds, which was refreshing to see.
Yeah, that was great to see. I wish they would have went, man. I wish it. I mean, I know there's still. I would have loved to see them go 8 rounds.
But it was only Rosado's third fight, though.
Yeah, but
the commission wasn't going to approve that. The commission wasn't going to approve that, man. Y'all got to understand. Like, I'm in the business of this, right? And it takes a hell of a lot to get that approved, man. It would have been hell to even approve 6 rounds.
Word?
Yeah. It's a lot of paperwork and a lot of politicking to try to get that approved, man. And every now and then they'll approve it, but 9 times out of 10 they'll shoot it down, and that's really not up to the fighters, man. Like, even when I've been in that situation where we wanted to do 8 and shit, and they just wouldn't do it.
So fill us in. What's the deciding factor in that?
Whatever the commissioner feels like that day.
Damn.
Basically, it's in the commissioner's hands.
Okay. Thomas says more rounds, more you get paid.
Yeah. But not necessarily always, but yeah, for the most part, yeah. But
that's facts. Trill spill.
Opulent needs to start eating meat. It'll get you focused all over again.
So front Sheldon in the front line. I see y'all asses. It's all love, though. It's all love.
Gloria Munguia related to Jaime. Nah, this is a different Munguia.
Spelled different
Actually,
too.
Yep, spelled different also, man. But nah, man. Hey, look, listen, bro. Jake Paul fought Ryan Borland, bro. Now I know for a fact you watched that fight. So
yeah, it's we already know, man, that these fights, these guys get paid to fall over, man. I'm gonna just keep it a buck. But like I said, I support Jake Paul because I love what he's doing. I love what he's doing for women's boxing and his events. Like I said, I went to his event and his events be lit. But I know for a fact that these fights aren't really fights. It is what it is.
what do you mean by that?
I believe they're set up. They get paid. I believe they get paid to take dives. That's what I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And you know,
Actually,
for the most part, these bags that they get from Jake, it's the most money that these cats have ever made. So why not? Shit, yeah, WWE. And
Okay. I guess I could respect that, man. I got a lot of respect for Jake Paul, though, man, because he's actually fought three boxers, actually, already, right? And now this Borland guy, man, yeah, he had a long layoff, man, but he was Golden Gloves, you know, and all that other good shit, man, and had a good record. He was 17-1 going into that fight. To be fair to Jake Paul, bro, look at his career as a prospect, because this is what he was his eighth or ninth fight.
I think it's 9. I'm not sure.
I think it was his 9th fight, man. I mean, a lot of the prospects that are actually came up fighting amateur and all that and going to the pros, you don't really see them out here. You don't even really know who their opponents are or nothing like that. They start getting built and shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't see no difference in what Jake Paul's doing. He's just in a bigger platform.
Oh, I respect it. Don't get me wrong. I respect what he's doing, but was it a real fight to me? No. That's all.
Are a lot of these prospects fights really fights?
No, they're not. No. No. They just don't have that name that Jake Paul has. So that's the difference.
Exactly. So he's out on the forefront because of it, but he's actually doing the right things, man. And I actually think he's doing it the right way, to be honest with you. It might be surprising to y'all, but the dude stays in the gym. You can clearly see that he's taking boxing seriously and is working on the craft. I mean, of course you don't want to put him in there with no Canelo or nothing like that right now. You got to keep sharpening his tools, so this is the way to do it.
Hell no. You know what? Even at his peak, I don't think he's ever going to be ready for Canelo, but it will make a lot of money. I think, like I said, for me, I believe casuals own boxing now. So they're going to show up to watch that, I believe. They're going to pay.
Yeah, and the motherfucker had the audacity to call out Canelo after the fight.
Yeah.
And I ain't going to lie to you, I'd watch it. I'd watch it. But if I was him, I wouldn't fight Canelo. I would never fight Canelo. I would never fight Canelo if I was Jake Paul. You don't need Canelo to make your money.
He don't, nah. He don't.
And what are you going to do? You're going to give Canelo a huge payday. That's what you're going to really do. You're going to make him richer. I wouldn't give him shit. I wouldn't give him shit. Period. Like, well, why would you do that? Why would you help a motherfucker that continuously avoids the big fights? You know what I'm saying? A lot of people saying such and such mandatory, such and such is mandatory. They're always yelling about mandatories, but when it comes to Benavidez, even though he's a mandatory, breaks,
right, skirt.
Yeah, they don't want to fight for Benavidez's rights, Well, he shouldn't have lost the fucking title on the scale. He shouldn't have did coke. That's in the past, bro. Ever since those 2 occasions have occurred, he has worked his way back to that same position that he needed to be in. So we need to just kill that and move on from that.
Right.
Yeah, he made those mistakes. But, since his dumb mistakes, he's worked his way back to that status and is deserving of the fight. I don't know what's going to happen. I have no idea who Canelo's going to fight. He's definitely going to fight Berlanga either May or September.
Damn.
I know that for a fact. So I don't know whether Munguia's first or Berlanga's first, but it's going to be like that. Because that's who Canelo got his eyes on, Munguia and Berlanga. I promise you, man.
Mm-hmm.
No, those are the fights out there. What's going on, Sports Talk?
What up? Shout out to Main Event Mark. Hey, Shelton and Frontline doing what they do. It's all love, it's respect. We ain't taking nothing personal. It's good to see people having fun in the chat. And we ain't catching offense for nothing. So it's all good. Shout out 88 Sports and Main Biker.
Main Biker said, how many goddamn mistakes Canelo made? He still gets shot after shot after shot after shot after shot. That's my point right there.
Spill.
You see people doing worse, right? You see people doing worse, man. Jared Miller, man, that motherfucker continues to fight, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Okay, and I don't have a problem with it because I believe people need opportunities, but then don't come use that excuse for Benavidez either.
Mm-hmm. Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like he earned it, man. He earned it.
Got to keep that same energy, right? Shit.
Diaz said they try to make Berlanga versus Morrell. I highly doubt that fight happens, man. And I understand that people want that fight. I wouldn't mind seeing it, man. But the reality of the fact is, man, that business-wise, it's not going to generate the money it needs to. That's why I don't see that fight happening. It won't be any other factor than that, Opulent. The money it's not going to be there for that fight. This is just something that I know because I know.
As much as I want to see that fight, I actually agree with that because, as much as Morrell is low reward, high risk. So, yeah, that ain't happening.
It's a good fight. I want to see it. The public wants to see it. I'm not against the fight, Opulent.
Oh, I definitely want to see it as well. Yeah.
But I'm speaking in terms of business. It's just not the money's not going to be right for it. People just going to have to live with that, man. Shit, it is what it is, man, at that point, man.
Business first and entertainment second. And it don't make sense business-wise to have them go at each other. So,
but don't get it fucked up. I would love to see the fight. Don't get it fucked up.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not against it. I'm not pushing against it. Make it. If there's some kind of way to make the money right, do it. Do it. I'm not against it. I ain't protecting no goddamn fighter, bro.
Hell no.
If it's available, take it. Money-wise, I just don't see them co-signing that. The only people that are co-signing will be Morrell's side because they're going to be good regardless, But for Berlanga, it's not going to make, Berlanga, what he make his last fight? 1.5 million? He made 1.5 million for that fight he did. And he's just going to run it up from there, Opulent, and Morrell is not going to be the one to get him to run it up.
Nah.
So it's kind of sad because boxing is that way, but it's sad. It's sad because we the fans are the ones who suffer because we don't get to watch these matchups because of the money, because of the business, because of the politics, and
right.
But I also understand the flip side of it because I am in the business of boxing, and I've turned down shit before for my fighters because I'm like, no, that don't make no sense. That ain't enough money. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Or like I got a text yesterday, man. Hey, man, is that fighter gonna be available, man? This coming up weekend? No. You give me a 1 week notice, and you expect us to say yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So my counter offer was, well, if you're offering this money for next week, double it and we'll fight. Oh, I can't double it, then you ain't got to fight. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
You want me to throw somebody out there in the lion's den and shit, right? With 1 week preparation, you don't want to. And you got to make it work, man. If we're not against taking short notice, you got to double the money. You got to make it worth our while. We got to get paid for it if that's the way we're gonna do shit. Otherwise, don't call my phone, bitch. You ain't gotta call my phone.
I have a question for you though, Kano. I heard from the sister Shawa, like yeah, she said that somebody said that what did she say again? That his trainer said that he wasn't ready. Berlanga's trainer said that he wasn't ready for Canelo fight. Is that true?
That's not the way he worded it. I watched the interview actually, man. That's
Okay.
really not the way he worded it, man. You know, what he was saying was that, you know, at this point in time, they still have a lot to work on him,
Mhm.
right? But the part that Shaw was leaving out is the part where he said, hey, but even though that may be the case, if the fight comes across the table, we fighting.
Okay.
We fighting. You know, we fighting. What happened with Buster Douglas and Tyson? What happened? He started naming off a lot of these upsets that people didn't expect, you know?
Mhm.
So he said, look, man, like I said, that's a long interview, man. Like he was also saying, yeah, we're not going to go in there looking like Charlo.
Mhm.
We going in there to fight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We definitely going to show out more than Charlo did. You know what I'm saying? We going to go in there and we going to go. You know what I'm saying? He said, and although, yes, he still got a lot to work on, man, if that fight does come across the table, man, we definitely got to get Berlanga to utilize that jab a lot more than he did in his last fucking fight. Because in order to be successful against Canelo, you are going to have to jab more than what you did in your last fight.
Mhm.
So he's not ruling out that Berlanga can't beat Canelo, you know. But I mean, he was being open that yes, they still have to work on some things. You know, he feels as though they need to work on some more things before that fight happens, but they won't turn it down either.
Okay.
You know, and that's what he really said. See, these interviews, you got to listen to the whole thing. Otherwise, you know how they do? They take a 10-second bite
Yes.
and then they just run with it.
Whatever gets views. Yeah. I know the game. Shit.
TD
Yeah, I know the
Sports
game.
Talk says, yeah, that's exactly what he said, Connor. I've been trying too hard to get an interview with him and Ray. I wanted to ask him myself. I mean, shit, all I got to do is call him, but, you know, I don't know. Yeah, man, I don't know, man. I'm just funny about shit like that, man. I just don't bother these fucking people, man. I don't bother these people, man. Like, I got access to a lot of people, man. I just don't call, man. And listen, there's nothing wrong with the ones that do and the ones that seek out interviews and all that. That's great. Conno's just built different, man. I just feel weird asking, you know. I don't think I need to ask.
Hmm.
You know, and my whole theory behind it, and I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but this is just my belief. I can turn on and hit the live button and talk about boxing or anything I want without having a guest on. Right?
Hmm.
Now, if they do come on the platform, who is really benefiting? Who's getting the exposure? The boxer. So to me, the boxer needs platforms more than platforms need them. And I believe that they should be more open to coming to platforms rather than against coming to platforms when it's benefiting them. It is free promotion, man. Free promotion, man. Now I'm gonna say this, and I'm not gonna put a name behind it.
Hmm.
There's a guy that I interviewed a while back. You know, it was lined up by a intermediate party that knows us both. Okay, and it went well, all fine, dandy, and shit. As this fighter started growing and getting bigger, opulent, he is now charging platforms to interview him.
Oh wow. Damn.
You know, I'm not paying nobody to come on my platform, bro.
Damn. That's crazy.
And
Definitely not. I know you ain't paying.
I was very shocked that they even did that. I'm shocked that they even did that because I'm like, bro, you're not that yet. You're not that. You're not that yet. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, he trying to grab any bag he can get. Shit.
Ubuntu, I ain't say no names, bro. I ain't say no names. I ain't say no names, but yeah, he's right, actually. But anyway, I didn't want to say no names, but he's right. He is 100% right, bro. And I was baffled by it. Now, this is the individual. I got his personal number. He's got my personal number. We've talked before. We've texted before, and it's come to this now. And I'm like, well, I'm passing every damn time then. I said, sorry, but I ain't messing with all that shit. We're not doing this. We're not doing this, bro. Like, where in, look, man, there's bigger stars out there that don't do that, Opulent. There's bigger boxing stars out there that don't do that. They utilize these platforms to get more promotion. They're not out here charging people for that. It's benefiting their career. So with that being said, man, I just kind of like moved away from it, man. I just look, I'm a support from far. You know what I'm saying? I'm a support from far. I will continue to support him as a fighter. You know, I'll continue to support him as a fighter, but that's where I draw the line at, man. I'm not gonna, you know, like I said, man, it's crazy to me, man. I was actually shocked. I was very shocked, man, because I know the guy very well. And I was just, wow.
Yeah, I understand. I understand not wanting to pay, but shit, I'm gonna ask for a damn interview. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna ask. You know, they say no. Hey, it is what it is. Move on. I said there's plenty of boxes out here that you can potentially get a yes from, and oh well.
I get it. Like I said, I don't have nothing against it, Opulent. You just won't see me doing it. I won't do it. And it just won't happen, man. Not with Connell. I was like, you know what I'm saying? And then I got a bunch of text messages that if I was to ever screenshot them and put them up here, you will see. They reach out to me and we go from there. Or it'll be somebody on their team that reach out to me and we'll go from there. Or it'll be a friend that reach out to me and we go from there, man. I just don't go looking for it. I just don't see it, man. I can't do it, bro, man. You know what I'm saying? Elijah Flores is very good. A lot of dimensions to his game. Doesn't rely on one tool. Yeah, no, he has grown a lot from when he first turned pro. He has grown a lot. And trust me, I've been in the locker room with him and all that. I've been backstage and I've been to a lot of his fights. I mean, he has grown from his first fight, bro. Grown. And that is a great sign when I see somebody flourishing like that and keep getting sharper and sharper and sharper every single fight, man. So, man, shout out to Elijah Two-Tech Flores, man. All right, Opulent, man. The elephant in the room.
Ooh, okay.
There's an elephant in the room, man. Amanda Serrano, Minky fight, canceled. I got to get your thoughts on this shit, bro.
I respect how they did it because, like we were just speaking about, is business first, right? It's always business first. So the Puerto Ricans, of course, is in Puerto Rico. Of course, everybody came to see Amanda. So if they would have announced it earlier, it would have been pretty damn empty in there. So, like I said, it's business. I know a lot of people, they don't respect it or whatever, but I respect it. It is what it is. And I think it's a smart move for her. She's on the back end of her career. She probably, I don't know. I feel like maybe she probably would have retired after that fight. I could be wrong, but she's damn near retirement, and she needs her eyes. So she just got to respect the decision that was made. And of course, she was definitely hurt, which I understand. And especially being at home. And like I said, that event to me, it was cracking. And man, she wanted to perform in front of her people, and she just couldn't do it because she didn't get approved. So that's all I got in it.
88 Sports Talk. Before I get on that, man, shout out to Raymond Ford. Congratulations, new WBA champ at featherweight. I could not find that fight for nothing in my life. Where the fuck was that fight being played at? I knew it was happening and I couldn't find it. Where did that air at? I need to go back and watch that fight. If somebody can tell me where I can catch that fight. It was ESPN.
Really? Dang, I swear I
Man,
went over there. I was looking for it.
I couldn't find the fight for shit, man. And I'm very, very upset that I missed it, man. Raymond Ford was actually the underdog there, man. And I'm glad he did what he did, man. I'm glad he pulled that out, man, and came through, man. All right, man. Now let me get to this Amanda situation, man. Man, how do I start this? They knew 36 hours prior, Opulent, that this was going on, right? But they wanted to wait to the last minute to see if they can get cleared before the fight started. I
Right.
get that. What I don't get is why they didn't tell the people 36 hours earlier.
Mhm.
Okay. Now you may say, oh, it was a good business move. How? Sway? Because at the end of that event, when it got canceled, they refunded everybody's ticket money. Refunded everybody's ticket.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah.
They gained. They didn't gain anything. The better way would have been to announce it earlier that there's a possibility and a disclaimer, put an asterisk on it at 36 hours ago. Hey, this is what's going on. We are not 100% sure you're going to get Amanda tonight on that night. So if you buy a ticket, just know there's a disclaimer that we are waiting for the last hour to see if they're going to clear her or not. That way people can make a decision whether they want to be there or not. And the ones who bought tickets wouldn't have to worry about getting it refunded because they lost all of that money now. So was it smart to me? No, it was not. If I was in that position, I would have been like, hey, this is what's going on, man. She's got something wrong with her eye. They haven't cleared her yet. We're going to wait until the night of the fight to see if the commission finally clears her. The doctors clear her. But we're not sure that fight's going to happen. That would have been the proper way to do it. You have to be open with the public. You have to be honest with the people. You have to let them make a choice at that point. People would have still showed up to that venue. How do I know? Because I'm Puerto Rican and I know where that stadium's at. There was a lot of Puerto Ricans on that card. That place would have still got full, Opulent.
I got a rebuttal for that. I feel, yeah, I definitely completely understand what you're saying there, but I feel about the move that they made for the next event, they're going to be like, you know what? And everybody that's hearing about what happened, they're going to be like, well, they gave them their money back last time. So we're definitely going to show up. Even more people are going to show up. So I feel like it was they may have lost right now, but on the back end, when she's healed and when they do another event in Puerto Rico, I feel like even more people are going to show up. So to me, it's a win in the long run. So that's how I see it.
You must not understand Puerto Rican people, man.
So you saying they just going to show up for no reason? I mean, yeah, people. I mean, at the end of the day, there's a lot of people in there anyway. But I'm just saying, like, I mean, especially the idea of, like I said, oh man, did y'all hear what happened? Like, yeah, they refunded everybody. Well, shit, if they refunded that time, let's go again. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like they definitely gonna show up. Even more Puerto Rico's gonna show up for the next event.
They know how Puerto Ricans feel about Tito, so they had him go up to calm the situation. If not, you know how crazy it would have gotten? It would have gotten super crazy. What I'm trying to explain to Opulent, like I said, I'm Puerto Rican. I used to live in Puerto Rico, and I've been to these type of events and shit, man. You have people like Omar Pacheco, Christian Ortiz, Elijah Flores. You had both Pitufo Diaz. You had Rene Santiago, Jonathan Gonzalez. All these are Puerto Rican fighters. And for those who lived in Puerto Rico and know what I'm talking about, the place would have been packed regardless. Regardless. As big as you think Amanda Serrano's name is, that place would have got sold, bro. Jake Paul was on the card. That alone would have brought people. You know what I mean? So, no, I think they should have let people know ahead of time, bro.
Hell no, Sheldon. My bad. No, so you said it would have been packed regardless. You know, okay. You know,
It would have
definitely
been
agree to disagree.
It would have did well. Now, I don't think it would have sold out like, with Amanda. I don't think it would have sold out, but they would have lost no money either. And the people would have respected you more because you gave them the option. You let them know ahead of time, bro. I'm going to tell you how I am, bro. And I've done this before. I've been to events where then they cancel at the last minute. I've never been back to an event over there again. That's how Puerto Ricans react. Say, fuck it. I ain't going to take that chance ever again. You got me once, you ain't get me twice.
But they were already saying that was the biggest boxing event they had over there. That's what they were saying. So
okay, but if you're honest with them, honesty goes a long way, Opulent. Honesty goes a long way, bro. If you're honest with the people, they can fuck with you, man. They fuck with you, man. That's all I'm saying, man. You got to understand that, man. If I tell you something and I don't tell you about it till it's too late, Opulent, you're not going to take that well. You be like, damn, Connor, you could have told me this 36 hours ago, man. You let me just fucking drown out there like that? Come on, bro.
see,
That's fucked up, man.
I think it's different because if we're both on the business side of it, then yes, I'm gonna be a little upset. But remember, it's business. People on the business side, then there's people on the customer side. That's why there's a difference between an employee and there's a difference between the managers and you know what I'm saying? Like the managers don't discuss with the employees what's going on, aka the customers.
Now, just to make a disclaimer, I'm not mad at Amanda Serrano. I love her to death. I don't think it was her call. You know what I'm saying? The team felt that that's the way they wanted to go about it, and that's just the way they did it. I just disagree with it. And Frontline, he's Puerto Rican as well, so he knows exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. Prime example, look at the fights Miguel Cotto Promotions put together, and they are always sold out. You don't understand that boxing is like a religion in Puerto Rico. This is my point, Opulent. You're Puerto Rican and you go home and you watch these fights, you would understand what I'm saying, bro. You would understand that place, that venue would have still did great, Opulent. And you could have been honest with the people at the same time. You could have been honest with them. You don't got to tell them that the fight is canceled, but let them know the truth. This is what's going on. This happened to her. This is a situation with her eye. We'll know more on fight night because we're going to have the doctor look at her one more time, but we are not promising you that this fight is going to happen because we don't know if the doctors are going to clear her. Would you not have wanted to know that?
I definitely would have. I mean, I could be on, like I said, but I'm on the customer side, right? So yeah, I would have loved to have known because, like I was just saying earlier, I would have loved to be in at that event. It was cracking. So yeah, like I said, I understand what you're saying from a customer side, but on a business side, I get it. I get it.
Baseball and boxing. That's all you see down there, man. Coqui said Eddie Hearn got to set up an event with Matias Berlanga Flores on the card, bro. How about add Xander Zayas to that as well? But you would tell me how that place is going to be. They would have to fucking get a whole big stadium for that. They would have to.
But they was genius though, having Tito go up. I mean, let's be honest. They would have had to get that money back because they was about to tear that bitch down if they didn't. So yeah, that was a smart business move on their part to give them a full refund. So
Ubuntu says, is anyone surprised that this happened under Jake Paul's watch? He's a typical gentrifier who lives in PR not to pay taxes. That mama bicho. Okay. And I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm in agreement with him because I don't like the fact that all of a sudden Jake Paul says I'm Puerto Rican. He said that shit last night. Bro, you're not Puerto Rican, bro. We appreciate what you do with MVP Promotions. We appreciate what you did for the Amanda Serrano and the sport of boxing and all that. But you're going too far, bro.
See, I missed that. I didn't hear that. Damn, I didn't hear that.
You're going too far. You are not Puerto Rican and never will be. You know, never will be.
What I heard him say, somebody asked him, do you feel Puerto Rican? And he said, no, not until I learn Spanish. That's what I heard. But so, I mean, I like I said, I must have missed that part, but I definitely heard that somebody asked him, do you feel Puerto Rican? And he said, no, because I don't know Spanish.
Yeah, I don't want to assume either, Coqui. There you go. There you go. And I don't like the fact he calls himself a Gallo Dorado because he lives in Dorado, Puerto Rico. That's what I'm saying, bro, man. Listen, bro. This ain't about hatred or nothing like that, but bro, man, like you are not part of that culture, bro. You don't understand. You're a grown man already. You never lived as a young kid in Puerto Rico. You never went through the fucking trials and tribulations of being a Puerto Rican there. You know, you went there as a rich man who got it all already. No, you cannot claim you're Puerto Rican. No.
And let me just say that I 100% back you on that because that's clear appropriation. But that's definitely his way of showing love, to the people, trying to gain the love from the people. But he need to really hold his horses. He need to fall back a bit with these different names. He's going a little too far with that. But
And like I said, man, look, I don't have a problem with him living in Puerto Rico. I don't have a problem, what he's doing with his promotional company, man, and how he's helping boxing and all that. That's all fine and dandy, man. But that's a line that I just draw right there. Like, no, don't do that. Don't do that, man. Leave that alone, and everything else will be fine, man. And I just don't like it, bro. I don't like it, man. But I am Puerto Rican, so I have a right to say that. And the way we hold our flag and high regard and all that, man, we can't let somebody just be a part of our culture just because they got money. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. I respect it. But you will see me with a place over in Puerto Rico, so I don't have to pay taxes. But then again, I never sit up here and say I'm Puerto Rican either. So there's a difference.
White people,
if he did say that.
White people want to be a part of poverty so bad, but don't want to deal with what comes with it. Exactly, bro. That is my point right there. Like, bro,
fucking spill.
You didn't live it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got to understand Puerto Ricans hold a flag high and stand on tradition and principles. Yeah. How you doing, Quee? How you doing, man?
What up, Quee? What up, sis? What up, Quee? Hey,
I don't hate the guy. Like I said, that part right there, I think he needs to leave that away from him. And I get the sense of feeling. I get this feeling, and you mentioned this already, but I got the same feeling last night that Amanda's fighting one more fight and she's retiring.
Yeah.
Did it not give you that kind of vibe to you?
Oh, definitely. Of course, like I said, she wanted to perform in front of her people, but I feel it was even more special because she was going to end it right there. Last night would have been it. That's how I feel. But we got to wait another day, another time now. So, like I said, I expect it to be another event in Puerto Rico. Man, I want to be there. I'm going to just say that. I'm going to just put that out there. I want to be there for that one.
I kind of think she told on herself because she says, I promise y'all people I'm going to retire right here in this stadium.
I missed that part, but she said it. Damn. Yeah, that's definitely it then.
So I'm like, I'm going to put one and one together, man. I'm thinking she's going to go ahead and make that fight up. By the way, she did pay Minky her full purse. So she got paid for the fight regardless. They did the right things after the announcement. I just had a problem with how they went about the announcement. That, like I said, they should have did it. They should have had people warned a little earlier. Is all I'm saying, Opulent. Not that they canceled it. They just could have gave a fair warning, man, and a disclaimer, man, because like I said, people would have still enjoyed the card. The card was still enjoyable, man. We just didn't get to watch the main event.
And you know what? I was really I knew the Paul fight was going to be done in the first round. I just knew, and I was really looking forward to the Amanda fight though. So I was let down. I'm like, damn. But
did you see Jake Paul do that? Did you see Jake Paul say that?
Well, Jake Paul saying he represents Puerto Rico when he fights. Yeah, I heard that, and I was like, I didn't like that either. I didn't like that. He needs to represent. He need to represent Ohio. That's what you need to represent.
You represent Ohio when you fight. Don't be bringing my damn flag in there with that.
Right.
Man, come on, bro.
I think it would have been better for some. I'm gonna take Puerto Rico in there with me. I appreciate that part, but to say that you ain't you're not a representative of Puerto Rico at all. So
And just to, I agree with you, Jose. Amanda did make the correct decision, right? She did make the correct decision. Health comes before anything. I don't have no issue with Amanda Serrano. Zero issues with Amanda Serrano. The issue was how her team handled the situation. That's where I have the issue at, not with Amanda. I love, what I'm saying? That wasn't her call. That was not her call. You know, that's what you got a team for, and the team's supposed to take care of that shit. I just didn't feel they handled it, the appropriate way. I just really, really believe people should have known, man. Salute to you, G5 Gabe. What's good,
Blessings,
man?
what up, man?
And Quiqui said he shouldn't have said that at all. No, he shouldn't have said none of that, bro, man. Like, can I get a fight with Jake Paul?
Hey, you got Teal's dad to fight. Shit. One at a time. One at a time.
I ain't getting paid for that. I get paid for the Jake Paul fight, though. You know what I'm saying? And listen, I know it sounds like jokes and all that, man, but I honestly, if I would ever get that opportunity, I would actually go to the gym and get ready for it. Like, real talk, I would actually go back to the gym, start training again. And at my old age of 53, yeah, I would give it a run. I damn sure would against him. I would.
You know what? He won't take that fight. He'd be like, you know what? We're both Puerto Ricans. I'm not fighting Puerto Rican. He's like, I'm not fighting my fellow island boy.
Man, the thing about it is I have the direct lines for that shit, and I actually tried to get that fight 2 years ago.
Oh, word?
I tried to get it. They turned it down. And then my friend, and for those Puerto Ricans that know, they know who Francisco Palacio is, the wizard.
Yeah.
The wizard called me, man. He said, hey, man, Connor, they won't give it to you. Let's see if they'll give it to me. Let's see if they give it to me. So I threw Francisco Palacio's name out there, and they didn't take that either. Now, Francisco Palacio was a great cruiserweight coming out of Puerto Rico. He fought in the Camacho times and shit like that, man. And he was trying to get that damn fight himself, man. Tell him I'm old, man. Tell him I'm out of shape. Tell him anything just so they can sign
get him in.
And they wouldn't take it, man. I mean, I know this sounds like a wild story and shit, but this is actually a true story. This is actually really, I really did petition for it. I really did petition for that, and I petitioned for Francisco Palacio. I don't know how many of y'all know who Francisco Palacio is, okay? But like I said, and he will tell you, he will confirm all of this too. And he's only a phone call away for me as well, man. By the way, he lives down your way in Miami.
Oh, word?
Yeah. He used to have a gym down there, man, but now he's training people out of his house and shit. He's got this big ass gym set up in his house, that big house and shit, And I think he one of his fighters, man, that he trained won yesterday in a second round knockout and shit, man. So yeah, no, this was all. I like I said, I know it's all fun and games with people, but this really did happen, Opulent. This really did happen. I was at that time, man, I was in a mind frame that I wanted to shut him up. It was just, and of course I knew it was a long shot. I mean, who the fuck, Connor, like, well, who the fuck is he? Okay, cool, I get it, so, but I try to help my friend Francisco Palacio get it because he's a name. And that would have actually been a good fight, man, because people would have respected that fight more than anything. If you know who Francisco Palacio is, you would have respected him signing and taking that fight. Francisco Palacio can fight. I think Francisco Palacio would have knocked this motherfucking ass out, though.
But you know what? It could have happened with you too. So, hey, man, it's cool that you actually reached out and tried to make it happen. Because shit, that would have been dope. I would have been in that bitch to watch that.
I sure hope so. Man. I mean, hey, listen. It doesn't hurt to try, man. People think I'm crazy. People think that I'm reaching and this and that. But how do you know if you're going to get something or not? You got to try, right?
Right.
So that's all I did. I gave it a shot. I threw my name in the hat. Like, what the hell? What's wrong with that? What? Look, man, you got to try to reach for the stars, bro. You got to try to reach for the stars. You're not going to accomplish nothing if you keep your mouth shut. You got to have some kind of goal set in your mind, like, hey, you know, let me give it a shot. Let me rile him up. Let me talk a little shit about him. Let me cuss him out. Let me talk bad about his mama. You know, none of it works. So, you know, and that's just the way it happens, man. But by the way, G5, now that you're in the building, oh shit, man, Brian Polacco did get his fight. He did win. He won on a unanimous decision, man. You know, he was 2.5 years out the ring, so he was pretty rusty, but he went ahead and washed the guy anyway and shit, man. So Brian Polacco's back, the hunter. You know what I'm saying? And now that he's out of that old bullshit fucked up contract, man, I see a big future for him now, man. So moving forward now, man, I think you're gonna start seeing a little bit more of Brian Polacco and shit, man. And that's a guy that I keep telling y'all to keep an eye out for, man. I paid to see Conor versus Teal Senior just see how easy Puerto Ricans are beat. It'll be a long night for Senior. Conor will take him to deep waters and just prove my point. Yeah, man. I would also prove another point, man, because I had somebody say that Puerto Ricans can't handle pressure, man. Well, you know, I'm still waiting on somebody to prove that point to me, man. And you know, like I said, I was back then, I was willing to get in the ring for it, and I'm willing to get for it in again and see if I can't handle the pressure. Show me. We gonna see who gonna break under pressure. It ain't gonna be me, man. You know, it ain't gonna be me. Fijo said, yes, knows who it is. Palacio, he would have beat him. Yes, yeah, bro. I'm telling you, man. Like this conversation really happened, bro. You know, if I was like some of these motherfuckers on Twitter, I would fucking post the goddamn screenshots of the text and shit. But I'm not like them, you know. Not like them, but I have all the text opponent. I have all the text, you know. The only way I would reveal that is if somebody bets me bread on it. And I want the motherfucking money right there in a neutral place, man, where I know when I show you the proof, I'm gonna get my money. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's the way it is, man. Oh, hatred between boxing fans out of proportion, or is it a heated as they make it out? To me, I've answered this before, man. I think it's mostly media hype, man, because I don't have any hate for Mexicans, bro. Like I don't see the rivalry like that. I just see it as another boxing match, Opulent. I do. I don't.
I'm gonna say this. It's definitely media hype, but I want y'all to try this. Walk up to a Puerto Rican and ask them if they're a Mexican. They're gonna be hot. I'm telling you right now, they're gonna be hot. They ain't gonna be happy about that. So there is something there, but they just don't. You know, Puerto Ricans just don't be just like anybody else. They don't like to be called something that they're not. It's just that simple, really. But
the flip side is you call a Mexican a Puerto Rican, they gonna be bad too.
Right? Oh yeah, exactly. So, but yeah, I've gotten screw face from plenty of Puerto Ricans by asking if they're Mexican, but it's usually just out of clowning, you know. But
yeah, no, we definitely don't like that. But as far as like boxing goes, I don't, you know, that I don't play into that Mexico versus Puerto Rico shit. I personally don't. It just ain't that serious for me. You know, it's just not that serious for me, man.
Exactly, front line, exactly.
But bro, you know what? We're not gonna hot, man.
I don't care. You know what? I don't care about the hot topics today, but we gotta beat a horse that's already been beaten already a lot, and that's the whole Ryan Garcia shit and the press conference, and then we got to talk about, you know, we got to give our takes on that Tank shit too. So you go ahead, go first, whichever one.
What now?
The press conference, Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia press conference.
Oh, hold on. Let me I'm
right,
trying to
main biker, right?
Man, I can't see it. Hold on. Let me see if I can. Where's my Facebook at? Oh no, this ain't it, is it? Let me see. I was gonna show you who Francisco Palacio was, but fuck it, man. Oh, you wanted to know about the Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia press conference?
Yeah, you're taking that.
I mean, my take is as usual, man. They're selling the fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man. Like, I'm just ready to see the fight, man. That back and forth, man, in the press conferences, man. It's entertaining, opulent, but it don't do nothing for me. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, I know that's part of the game. They got to do the press conference. They got to do the stare down. They got to do the motherfucking shit talking back and forth. But I just want to see the fight, bro. I just want to see the fight. I didn't get nothing out of it that I thought it was corny that Ryan came in on that motherfucking king chair. Like, damn, bro, you thinking a little bit too high of yourself and shit. Like, bro, god damn, But nah, I don't know, man. I don't even know what to think of the fight. I honestly don't even know what to think of the fight, bro. But I'm ready for the fight to happen.
Okay.
And it seems to me like Ryan is okay with New York fighting in New York now. So I'm really hoping that that's the case and that the fight does not get canceled. That's the only thing I worry about with Ryan Garcia. Are you really gonna be there, or are you gonna pull out at the last minute? That's my main concern with it. Press conference aside, that's my main concern with it, man. Are you really gonna stand on your word and are you really gonna be there come fight night, or are you gonna come up with some kind of way to get out of the fight? That's my concern with it.
Okay.
But let me go ahead. You go ahead and give me your take on the conference, though.
I'm fine with Ryan thinking highly of himself. I think every person, every man and woman should think highly of themselves. I believe that any man and woman, they shouldn't look for somebody outside of themselves to look highly of them. So I respect that. Hey man, see yourself as a king, however you feel. But just the whole execution of that, how he came in, it was lame. It was lame. I loved how he came in. First off, again, let me say I'm pro Devin Haney, but I love how he played that Diddy song. I love that. This is the art of war, and like I said, perfect timing. I think my brother Frontline corrected me in my video. I actually meant delivery and timing is what makes things funny, and Ryan, he executed that greatly, in my opinion. It was funny with him using the Diddy clip, the song coming out and shit like that. What's his dad, Henry? I believe his comments as far as the nappy head, I believe it was racist because he has zero experience with our type of hair. You have zero experience with it. The only thing you do know is that, and within our culture, people use that in a negative way. So yes, it was racist. But me, am I gonna take that to heart? No, I'm not gonna take that to heart. I'm gonna just get on your ass. So I feel like it was a missed opportunity on Devin Haney's and them part to really get on that ass versus saying it's racist. But yeah, okay, it's racist, yeah, but get on his ass. There's plenty of things he could have said, but he didn't. Like you said, man, it was great. It's great entertainment. It's great entertainment. I loved it. It's WWE. I enjoy that shit. I enjoy shit talking. That's what I enjoy. I enjoy it. I'm a man. Like I said, my skin is Teflon thick, dog. Like ain't shit you could say to me that's gonna get me outside my body. It just ain't. So I love seeing it, and I love the entertainment. This is boxing. It's entertainment. The entertainment is entertainment first. So I enjoyed that shit. Yeah, my only concern is what you said. Who knows if Ryan is he really gonna show up? We don't know. But I am definitely ready to see the fight. And so I leave it there.
Frontline says, well, they have Barboza as a backup. That shows Ryan ain't 100% with the fight, man. And Frontline says, Opulent, you don't even have experience with hair.
Ooh, oh shit. Hey, you know what? I'm gonna fill you in with something. I had braids before one time in my life. I had braids. First I had lokes. You gotta take baby steps. You have the little afro, you get lokes, and then you get braids. I had braids before. Unfortunately, those days are way behind me. But yeah. Yeah.
Anthony Mansano, is there any possible way that Haney competition to become the mandatory for Matias? And I keep on hearing people say Matias is not great as people make him out to be. He's one dimensional. I think the only way to really find out, man, is to unify and fight. That's really the only way we're gonna know. It's not even a matter of whether I agree with it or not. Let's just make the fight, man. Let's see it play out, man. That's always the case with me when I see fighters going back and forth or teams going back and forth and all that, man. Just make the fight, man.
Hey, main biker, Lokes are. You remember when Kodak first came out? He had like those little balls and like rubber, rubber bands around him. Had looked like little balls basically around his head. Those were Lokes. Those are Lokes. Who do we call them, Lokes? And yeah, so you got to start. The baby steps. And man, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna keep it a bucko, right? I couldn't sleep. I cried myself to sleep wearing those shits. Hey, Shell, you can't spell it like that. You're gonna get D-Man mad. No, but for real though, like I cried myself to sleep with them shit. Those shits pull on your scalp. Man, I had my scalp aching like a motherfucker. But like I said, I graduated from there, and I ended up getting braids.
So did you have one more thing to
Oh
cover?
yeah. We got to talk about that. What is that shit? Damn, what was the second one I said? There's some.
You said something about Tank Davis, but I've been kind of like out
the sparring. Yeah, the sparring tape. Yeah, the sparring tape that's been released. What is your take on that? Yeah.
I don't care about that sparring tape. Devin was what, 15, 16? So how does this sparring tape equate to today? It doesn't relate at all. To me, it doesn't. To me, it's a waste of time that it's even put out there. Whether Tank got the best or whether Haney got the best, who cares, brother? They're adults now. They're both grown men in the prime and shit. That sparring tape may not even play out like that today. So the sparring to me is blah. Okay, they sparred. You know what I'm saying? They sparred. Who cares? I'm not even picking a side on there, man. It wasn't even about being on Tank's side or Devin's side. It's just an old ass tape opponent, man. Like, if you fight somebody 10 years ago, man, and then you fight them today, you're not gonna get the same fight. So that's why I don't put a whole lot of weight on it, man. It's an old tape, man. So that's my thoughts on it. I know that's kind of dry and short, but if it was recent, it'd be something different. Like okay, they're both sparring when they're in their prime. Okay, now this could get interesting. And then you got to also wonder, man. It was doghouse rules, so it does have some weight to it, but it ain't like it was today.
For me, the fact that the full 25-minute tape wasn't put out, I can't call it a tape. We all know that this was just Tank highlights of sparring. And also I want to go on to say, yeah, people say this is just sparring, but when you watch those clips, Tank was really swinging. Like Tank was really trying to hurt Devin. And I was talking to one of the LDBC brothers on his channel yesterday, and he was saying that Tank got wobbled. Thanks to Bill Haney, he slowed the video down. But even though I seen this in just a regular speed, Devin wasn't rocked or wobbled in this whole clip. Was Haney catching some punches? Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was getting hit with some shit. Don't get me wrong, but not once did I see he was wobbled like the claim is. So, and thank you, Selton. Yeah, he was missing a lot of these punches when you see it in slow motion. At the end of the day, yeah, this is just marketing, and it is what it is. But for me, it was just would just boggle my mind even more. I don't know why it did, but just the extreme delusion with the content creators. And I get it though, dog. You need views, so a lot of these cats, even cats I fuck with, like they're gonna press the issue on a situation. Like, for one, I didn't see Devin wobble once. 2, we know the end result of the fight. I mean, the sparring match. Trill Bill Haney got paid, which means if the tape was fully released, we would have seen that Devin won. At people like to say he was 17, 18. Yeah, I heard people trying to say he was 18 years old. Okay, if he's 18 years old, that still means that Tank is 4 years older than him. So 18, you're not really a man. You're legally a man, but you're not really a man at 18, for one. So, and like I said, Tank is still 4 years older than him, and Devin still beat a person 4 years older than him. It is what it is.
Main Box said that doghouse rules is not sparring. It's a real damn fight. They really fight to KO each other. I agree with you, and I know that's the way it is. But my point was, it's so old. How does that translate to today? That's my point.
It's a great marketing tool at the end of the day. But I was just more in awe with just how a lot of these cats are just so delusional. But see, this is the thing. Once you get on the content creator side of things, you get it why people do a lot of bullshit. I get it. So, and let me just respect the game. I just respect the game, man. So let people do what they do, and I stay out the way.
Yes, indeed, man. I appreciate everybody that tuned in. Hopefully, everybody smashed the like button, man, on both ends of the spectrum, man. On Opulent, any last words, man?
Man, we truly appreciate everybody that came through to rock with us. Man, we're gonna see you next Sunday. Shelton, Frontline, everybody, thanks for having tons of fun in the chat. I love it. See y'all next Sunday. Oh yeah, man, go sub on Kano Loco right here. Go sub on mine if you ain't sub yet. Go over there to Opulent LDTV sub. And man, let's just keep elevating, man. Let's just keep elevating. If you're a content creator, man, stay focused on what you're doing. Put your head down and just put in the work. Put in the work, man. So.
All right, Frontline. Yes, I do. I do. I stay on longer for golf, man. I'm playing golf tomorrow night at 7:30 p.m. on my channel. Come in there, smash the like button and say hello to me, man. And then, do what y'all do, man. Anyways, man, appreciate everybody that tuned in. This is always brought to you by CL Management, DV Tracksuits. Big shout out to the mighty LDBC, the Flawda podcast. Yo, we the fuck up out of here. Ha!